It's fair to say that not every photography adventure goes to plan. I don't believe it. And this week's episode is a prime example of that. I am such an idiot. But amongst the things that didn't go so well, there were moments of incredible light. Wow. Some amazing scenery. This place is absolutely beautiful. And a couple of nice photos as well. So please join me at the coast of West Wales for what turned out to be a memorable trip. And a big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. Hello and welcome back. So I'm super excited about today's adventure because we're visiting a stretch of coastline that I've never been to before. And I'm hopeful to photograph this location tonight at sunset and also tomorrow morning at sunrise as well. So yeah, I'm hopeful that we'll be able to park up at a spot right at the end of this single track road here. So hopefully we can just sneak in there and get a comfortable night's sleep. Right, let's go and check out this dreaded gate. No, I don't believe it. So the gate to the car park is actually locked after sunset. The car park is a private car park. It's free, so you can't grumble too much really, but yes, they don't allow any overnight parking there. So yeah, we'll have to vacate the car park before darkness falls, which is fine. It just means we've got to find somewhere else to park tonight. And also it means we might not be able to gain access into that car park early enough to be able to shoot sunrise at this location, which yeah, kind of scuppers my plans somewhat. But anyway, we'll worry about that a bit later. Wow, this place is absolutely beautiful. The water is such a deep blue colour and this warm light that we've got coming through is fantastic as well. It really is quite special. I haven't found anywhere to shoot just as yet, mainly because the light is still a little bit too harsh. But yeah, it's about 2 p.m. right now. We've got, what, maybe 2 hours until sunset. So yeah, quite an early sunset at the minute. But yeah, what a place. So I've just been looking at OS maps to see whereabouts we are, and we've walked past the cove. Now we couldn't really see the cove because of the tide was quite high. Usually there's a big sandy area there at low tide. What I've done, I've walked around to this peninsula here where there's an Iron Age hill fort and some natural stone arches just there. But yeah, this definitely looks like an area worth checking out, and hopefully there'll be some opportunities over the next hour or two. So I think this area here must be the Iron Age hill fort. There's a lot of ridges and furrows. It looks absolutely incredible. You can definitely tell there's been some excavation here many, many years ago. So yeah, what a fantastic location. There's a really big gorge just down here. The cliff just drops off. And I think I'm just going to walk around this peninsula here, just have a little look on the headland and see if we can get a view looking back down that way. So yeah, what a spot though. Time is ticking on. I haven't managed to find a composition as of yet for my sunset photo, but surely it can't be that hard, can it? What a spectacular place. But while I'm looking, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to thank the sponsor of this week's video, which is Squarespace. Now, I've been using Squarespace for many years to build and run my website, and it's become a really important part of what I do. It's where I share my photography, showcase my work, and sell my products. The nice thing is, though, you don't need any experience with web design to get started, because Squarespace has an AI-enhanced website builder that helps you create a customized site in just a few simple steps, which makes the whole process feel much less intimidating. Along with great looking galleries, Squarespace also has a really solid built-in e-commerce platform. So if you've ever thought about selling your own photos as prints or even ebooks like I do, it's all very straightforward. So if you'd like to try it out for yourself, you can get a free trial over at squarespace.com. And when you're ready to launch your site, you can go to squarespace.com/IANWORTH or use my offer code, and you'll get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And by clicking this link, it really helps the channel as well. It tells Squarespace that I sent you, and that, yeah, helps with further sponsorships and helps us to reach places like this. The afternoon has gotten away from me just a little bit, I have to say. I've been admiring the scenery and obviously walking this amazing stretch of coastline, which has been absolutely incredible. But yeah, I've struggled to find a photographic opportunity for sunset. Come down this little pathway just here, which is not too bad, but I definitely don't want to go any further. There's a big drop off down there. But anyway, I want to maybe set a shot up here looking through these sea stacks we've got just here. Now this is really dramatic, this little bit of coastline here, but at the minute it's been heavily backlit and everything is in deep dark shadow, which of course is not going to be that good, I don't think, for this particular scene. So I think the beauty of coming away for the night like this is that it takes the pressure off a little bit. You know, I'm quite happy if I only get one image this evening, because I know I've got another shot at it in the morning, which is absolutely brilliant. And you know, this little spot here probably work better at sunrise than it will here tonight, but I'm going to give it a go anyway, because you never know, as soon as that sun dips down, the exposure is going to become a lot more even and we'll be able to show some movement in the water and yeah, hopefully bring the scene to life. So that's what we're going for. Right, let's get the camera out. So the sun is just dipping down past the horizon and I'm at the stage now where I'm ready to start taking my shots. It's a lot easier to expose for the scene now. There isn't a huge amount of details in the shadows, but I don't think that matters too much. Got a lot of texture and movement within the water and some wonderful orange tones in the sky as well. Just a little bit of cloud detail creeping in back there as well now, which I think helps us out just a little bit. I'm waiting for the set waves to come through and rush over these rock formations that we have here. So that is really cool. I am bracketing just to be on the safe side, but I think my base exposure of a 25th of a second is looking pretty good at the minute. I might experiment with a few longer exposures as well to maybe try and get a little bit of motion in the water as the waves crash over these rocks. But it's quite hazy actually, but I think that might add to the atmospheric kind of glow that we've got going on here. The colours are just wonderful, really rich blue colours in the ocean and some wonderful orange tones in the sky. Right, let's go and take this shot now. There's a wave coming now. Right, here we go. Oh, what a wonderful sunset that was. Just beautiful. So nice to be up here and get a bit of vitamin D. It's been raining for about the last 7 days and it's probably going to rain for the next 7. We've got a storm on the forecast to come in at about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. But quite often before storms and after storms, you get great light. So I'm really, really looking forward to sunrise in the morning. Should be really good, hopefully. It's just a case of trying to find somewhere now, because my thought is that I might not be able to get into the car park early enough in the morning. The gate might be locked and I don't want to drive all the way back here if there's a chance that I might not be able to park, because I won't be able to park in front of the gate. And if that happens, I'll then be scrambling to try and find somewhere to shoot for sunrise. So I really want to nail down my location tonight. I'll figure that out over some dinner, I think. Oh, what an absolutely stunning place. So I think we've got probably three options. We've got either a lay-by on the main road, which is probably my least favoured option, or we've got a residential street. Again, I don't mind doing that, but I prefer not to. Or try and find some kind of pull-in somewhere, maybe on a single track road. I think that's what we'll try first. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Be nice to probably get quite close to an area where we can go and shoot for sunrise though. So it's just a case of figuring it all out. But I guess as long as we're not too far from the coast, it should all be good. Right, where's the keys? That would be handy. All right, here we go. Right, let's get out of this car park. It's about time they took down the Christmas lights, I think. Just thought we'd have a look down here. Here we are. Oh, you little beauty. Look at this. So I managed to find quite a nice little spot just off the side of this single track road here. Pretty level as well, with sea views, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's not that far away from where we shot in last week's video, if you watched that video, an incredible location. So I think that could be our sunrise spot as well. Maybe revisit a couple of shots that I took there and maybe take a little bit more of the coastal path in that I didn't explore. So I think that's worked out pretty well. So, what an absolutely incredible view. How about that for a park up? Absolutely brilliant. Pretty level as well, sloping down a little bit, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. My head's up this end. I prefer to have it higher rather than lower, of course. Now, it is pretty cold actually. I think it's forecast to get down to about 1 degree centigrade tonight. So fairly cold, probably not a frost, but fairly cold. But I think that'll be fine because we do have the heater and yeah, I'm sure we'll be toasty under the blankets. Oh no, I am such an idiot sometimes, I really am. So I've got myself a little electric heater. It's a 1 kilowatt heater, which is great. It'll run off my EcoFlow power station and it's great. You can put it on for like 10 minutes every sort of hour and it just keeps the place at a nice temperature because I don't have my diesel heater installed correctly yet. I've still got quite a bit of work to do on that to get it finished. So this is just sort of tiding me over. However, I haven't blooming brought it with me. I felt sure I'd put it in this bin underneath here, but I haven't. I must have left it back home in the conservatory, which is not good because it's going to get cold tonight. The only saving grace is I did treat myself for Christmas and I got myself this, oh, where are we? This little thing here, which is not sponsored, but it's by Borge RV, which is a heated blanket. And yeah, this is going to have to do me for tonight, I think. Hopefully it'll work because I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, we'll give it a go anyway. In the meantime, I think I might put another jumper on. Halloumi, pita breads, rocket salad, parma ham, a little bit of dressing, the perfect post-Christmas dinner, I think. Trying to shed a few pounds, trying to be healthy. Let's have a little look at that. Oh, that's bloody hot. There we go, a nice healthy meal to help me get over the mince pie marathon I went on over Christmas. I am looking forward to this. I do love halloumi, especially with a bit of rocket and some balsamic vinegar and olive oil. There we go. Come on, get on there. Delicious. Let's get this heated blanket down. So the blanket is drawing about 40 watts from my power source. So I actually think that's pretty economical. And it's got a timer on it as well. So maybe I'll have it on for 2 or 3 hours and then it will just automatically turn off. And then if I do get cold in the night, I can just put it back on again. But yeah, anyway, time to get the shoes off and get in there. That is still on though, and I'll probably end up sleeping in this tonight, to be fair. And I'm getting stuck into The Storyteller by Dave Grohl, which is his autobiography, which I highly recommend if you're into your rock music. I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. I'm about, what, maybe a third of the way in, something like that. But anyway, enough of my waffle. Let's keep our fingers crossed for epic conditions in the morning, because I'm really looking forward to taking to the coastal path once again to see if we can make some more photos. Anyway, good night. Well, good morning. You might be wondering why it's light outside and I've not got the camera out down at the coast taking amazing sunrise photos. Well, you know the storm I mentioned was coming at around about 10 AM this morning? Well, they got it wrong. It came at around about 3 AM this morning. And oh my word, when it hit, the van was just rocking from side to side. The rain was battering against the windscreen. It was pretty wild. At one point I felt like I was actually at sea. It was pretty rough. Obviously, there's no amazing light this morning, just lots of heavy cloud, lots of rain, lots of wind. So I'm not rushing out. I'm tucking into my muesli, having a cup of tea, caught up on a little bit of sleep that I missed out on, and enjoying this heated blanket. And this, I have to say, and I don't say this lightly, was an absolute game changer. This kept me toasty all night long. I even got down to a t-shirt. It was absolutely lovely. And when that rain is battering against the outside of the van and you're tucked up into something nice and warm, yeah, it feels really nice, doesn't it? So I'm not too disheartened this morning. I'm going to finish off my muesli and then we'll get out there and take a look. Let's brave it. Let's go and see what it's like out there. Well, you might not be able to hear me, but it is absolutely brutal. The wind and the rain are just coming across this field here. I can just make out the sea in the distance, but it's not ideal. In case you're wondering where we're parked up, that's our little park up, which is ideal, really top spot. But I don't think there's any chance of me doing any photography this morning. Chances of getting a good photograph are very, very slim. So I think I'm going to get back in the van. Oh dear. So I think you'd only need to be out there for about 10 minutes before you are soaked to the skin. Wow, it's pretty brutal out there, and this weather is set in for the next 24 hours, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, it's pretty much been like that actually for the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's we've just had little breaks in the weather, and I've been able to make use of those breaks like yesterday. But yeah, I've never really had 2 days consecutively that have been decent. But it is what it is, isn't it? Now, I think this little adventure hasn't quite gone to plan, as it has been ups and downs along the way, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's a bit more of a bit behind the scenes kind of video, and this is something that I want to do a lot more of in 2026. Landscape photography is, well, it's difficult, it's challenging, and these are the kind of challenges that we face on a regular basis. To be fair, it very rarely goes right. So yeah, I want to keep things real for 2026, and there'll be more videos like this. I do hope you enjoy them. Please do let me know in the comments section below. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed this one, you might like this one. And over on the other side, you'll find links to my latest photography tours that we're running throughout 2026. So if you'd like to join up with myself and Henry Turner for a multi-day photography adventure, please do go and check those links out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next week.